Yo, what's up everybody? It's Dandy Travels here, back with another video, and let me tell you, this one is going to be epic. We're talking France, people. Land of croissants, romance, and history so rich it'll make your head spin faster than a carousel in Paris. Now I know what you're thinking. France? That's like a million places to see. And you're not wrong. But that's why we're here. In this video, we're diving deep into the heart of France, exploring the iconic cities that make this country a traveler's dream. So buckle up, grab your beret, or maybe just a coffee, and get ready for an adventure. We're about to embark on a journey through the heart and soul of France, and trust me, you don't want to miss a single second. First up, we gotta kick things off in Paris, right? I mean, it's Paris. The Eiffel Tower piercing the sky, the Louvre holding centuries of art, the charming winding streets of Montmartre. You can literally feel the history and the creativity pulsating through the veins of this city. Speaking of the Eiffel Tower, you can't come to Paris and not go up, alright? Trust me, the view is insane. It's like the whole city stretches out beneath you, a sea of rooftops and history. And the Louvre? Don't even get me started on the Mona Lisa. But honestly, some of my favorite moments in Paris were just wandering the streets, grabbing a croissant from a local bakery, and soaking in the atmosphere. Montmartre especially is like stepping into a painting. Artists everywhere, cobblestone streets, and this electric energy that's contagious. Oh, and the food. Baguettes, cheese, wine. I mean, it's a culinary paradise. You could spend a lifetime eating your way through Paris and still not try everything. But hey, we gotta keep moving, right? There's a whole lot more of France to explore. So let's hop on the train and see what other adventures await. Next stop, Lyon. Now, this city doesn't always get the hype it deserves, but trust me, it's a hidden gem. Lyon is known as the gastronomic capital of France, and for good reason. The food scene here is next level. We're talking Michelin-starred restaurants, cozy bouchons serving up traditional Lyonnaise cuisine, and outdoor markets overflowing with fresh produce. Make sure you come hungry because you'll want to try everything. But Lyon's not just about the food, it's also a city steeped in history. The Basilica of Notre-Dame de Fourvière sits atop a hill watching over the city with its ornate architecture. And the Old Town, Vieux-Lyon, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a labyrinth of cobblestone streets and hidden courtyards just begging to be explored. One thing I loved about Lyon was the vibe. It's a bit more laid back than Paris, a little less chaotic, but with just as much charm. It's the kind of city you could see yourself getting lost in for days, just wandering, eating, and soaking it all in. Alright, let's head south to Marseille, a city that hits you with a wave of salty air and a whole lot of attitude. Marseille is raw, it's gritty, it's a melting pot of cultures, and it's unlike anywhere else in France. The Old Port is the beating heart of the city, a bustling hub of fishing boats, yachts, and restaurants serving up the freshest seafood you'll ever taste. Make sure you try the bouillabaisse, a traditional fish stew that's basically Marseille in a bowl. And then there's the Basilique Notre-Dame de la Garde, perched high above the city, keeping watch over Marseille like a guardian angel. The views from up there are incredible, stretching out over the city, the port, and the sparkling Mediterranean Sea. But for me, the real magic of Marseille lies in its streets, in its neighborhoods, in the faces of the people who call this city home. It's a city that gets under your skin, that stays with you long after you've left. Chapter 4, Bordeaux, a toast to wine country. Okay, wine lovers, this one's for you. Bordeaux, the land of vineyards, chateaux, and some of the most prestigious wines in the world. If you're a fan of the grape, then Bordeaux is basically a pilgrimage site. You can spend your days here touring vineyards, sipping on world-class vintages, and learning all about the winemaking process. But Bordeaux is more than just wine. The Place de la Bourse, with its stunning water mirror reflecting the grandeur of the surrounding buildings, is a sight to behold. And the Cité du Vin, a museum dedicated entirely to the history and culture of wine, is an experience you won't forget. But honestly, sometimes the best moments in Bordeaux are the simplest ones. Sitting at a cafe table, a glass of local wine in hand, watching the world go by. That's what Bordeaux is all about, savoring the good life one sip at a time. Chapter 5, Nice, sun, sand, and Mediterranean charm. Let's be real, a trip to France wouldn't be complete without a taste of the French Riviera. And when it comes to Riviera chic, Nice is the queen bee. The Promenade des Anglais, stretching along the Baie des Anges, is the perfect place for a leisurely stroll, soaking up the sun and the views. And the Old Town, with its narrow streets, colorful buildings, and bustling markets, is a feast for the senses. But let's not forget about the beaches. Nice has some of the most beautiful beaches in the world, with crystal clear water just begging you to take a dip. Whether you want to relax on the sand, go for a swim, or try your hand at some water sports, Nice has got you covered. And the food? Oh, the food! Fresh seafood, Provençal flavors, and local rose wine that tastes like summer in a glass. Nice is a city that knows how to live, and it invites you to join in the fun. Chapter 6, Strasbourg, a fairy tale blend of France and Germany. Next up, we're heading east to Strasbourg, a city that feels like it stepped straight out of a fairy tale. With its half-timbered houses, cobblestone streets, and canals crisscrossing the city, Strasbourg is a photographer's dream. The Strasbourg Cathedral, a masterpiece of Gothic architecture, dominates the skyline, its intricate facade telling stories of centuries past. And La Petite France, a historic quarter with canals and bridges, is like stepping back in time. But Strasbourg is more than just a pretty face. It's also a city at the crossroads of cultures, a blend of French and German influences that give it a unique identity. And as the home of the European Parliament, Strasbourg has a cosmopolitan vibe that's hard to resist. Chapter 7. Toulouse. The Pink City with a space-age twist. Get ready to be charmed by Toulouse, a city known as the Pink City for its terracotta brick buildings that glow a warm pink in the sunlight. Toulouse is a city that effortlessly blends history and modernity. The Capitole de Toulouse, the City Hall, is a grand example of Renaissance architecture, while the Cité de l'Espace, a space-themed park, takes you on a journey through the cosmos. And flowing through the heart of it all is the Garonne River, reflecting the city's beauty in its waters. Toulouse is a city that surprises you. It's a place where you can wander through medieval streets, marvel at cutting-edge aerospace technology, and enjoy a leisurely lunch on a sunny terrace, all in the same afternoon. Chapter 8. Nantes, where history meets innovation. Last but not least, we arrive in Nantes, a city that's constantly reinventing itself. Nantes is a place where history and innovation collide, where medieval castles stand side by side with giant mechanical elephants. The Château du Duc de Bretagne, a stunning castle in the heart of the city, tells the story of Nantes' rich past. But it's the machines of the Isle of Nantes that really capture the city's imaginative spirit. Imagine giant mechanical creatures inspired by the works of Jules Verne roaming around a former shipyard. It's like stepping into a steampunk fantasy world, and it's an experience you won't find anywhere else. But beyond the spectacle, Nantes is a city with a vibrant cultural scene, cool cafes, and a laid-back vibe that makes you feel right at home. It's a city that's constantly pushing boundaries, always looking to the future, and it's definitely worth a visit. And there you have it, folks, a whirlwind tour of some of the most iconic cities in France. From the romance of Paris to the grit of Marseille, the wine country of Bordeaux, to the sun-drenched beaches of Nice, France has something to offer every kind of traveler. So what are you waiting for? Start planning your French adventure today. And don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel for more travel adventures, and let me know in the comments below which city you're most excited to visit. Until next time, keep exploring.